I remember a couple years ago, a girl who was on the track team was told that she only ran fast because she was black. And in choir, she was told to go back to Africa. And so kids say it, and I don't know if they're saying it out of jealousy or trying to be funny, but this stuff isn't funny.
Well, growing up, like everyone knew I was different because like even with my culture, like everyone like I would show up to school and have like different types of food. Like I would have Venezuelan food and everyone would be like, ew, like that's gross, like what are you eating? But like, like you get used to it. You just kind of have to like kind of tough it out. Just like I know I'm different. Like I'm from a different country. I speak a different language. Like I do things differently than like Americans do things, and it's like that's just part of my culture, and it's just like accepting that.
I've heard people say like derogative terms like for certain races like in classrooms, and I heard like teachers don't say it, don't like address it at basketball games, for sure. Like against Rockhurst, even I heard people make jokes about other families like income, and jokes about like where they live and like the way that they dress, like associate that with their race too.
A lot of the acts are not malicious; they're usually out of ignorance. So there's not like a racist campaign of kids who are like trying to be mean with it. I think they're just very unconscious of what they're doing.
I've definitely personally had people tell me you're the whitest Mexican person that I know, or yeah, I've grown up with you so long. I don't see you as Mexican, I guess, or like you're not as Mexican as like other people.
Like, oh, you speak Spanish, you're obviously from Mexico, and it's like, no, like I'm from Venezuela. Like it's a completely different country, and I don't know. It's just like they like tied me in with a lot of like the stereotypes for Mexico. It's like, oh, you don't like spicy stuff. It's like, nope, not Mexican. So it's just things like that like it's not necessarily like racism. It's just like ignorance.
I have like a lot of pride in my culture, and I feel like I would like to embrace it more, and I do personally, but like sometimes I feel like at school it isn't really like there's not a lot of attention put on my culture.
Once you leave our area and you find yourself in other places, I think that you might find that the world at large, like Shawnee Mission East, isn't a microcosm for society at large. There's a lot more things and people out there. We need to be prepared to work with, befriend, and honor the contributions of all types of people, some of whom are like us and some of whom aren't.
I was watching the election, the race, and it was like the final night, so it was like either Trump or Hillary was gonna win. And I'm Hispanic and I'm an immigrant, so I'm not really like for Trump, but like I'm just kind of like in the middle of it all. And I was at a watch party, and someone just said a like kind of like negative comment towards me. Like they were like, oh, like aren't you like illegal? And it was just like no, like I'm not illegal, like I'm here legally, like sorry.
I don't know, I think people just need to get informed. People need to start talking about this uncomfortable topic that they don't want to talk about, and not be afraid to learn about other cultures and embrace it instead of like judge it.
We either have to like expose them to like get them educated earlier on, like elementary school, and also have them like have speakers and like activities and stuff. And as of now, like teenagers who are still ignorant, I think in order to change them, they need to be in our shoes and see what it's like.
Anywhere you go, there's going to be racism, and anywhere you go, there's like room to improve. So yes, there's definitely a lot of room to improve here.